3 of Champion Racing Pigeon Feeding. Let's get started where we left off at Part 2. Nutrient Supplementation. Vitamin B12 is low or even absent in most plant foods. The most popular and effective form of supplementation is with yeast, such as baker's or brewer's yeast. Another source is inactivated yeast supplements such as the Australian Pigeon Company's ID yeast. All yeast contains not only vitamin B12 but also additional micronutrients. And birds love the taste. Another required supplement is vitamin A, which is found in greens, such as silver beet, spinach, and carrots. Pigeons love a plate of mixed chopped greens and diced carrots. Vitamin A can also be provided with diluted carrot juice. Vitamin A in the plant form carries no risk of toxicity as it is technically beta-carotene, the natural precursor to vitamin A. Cod liver oil is also a good source, but it does contain glycerin, which is associated with the development of stomach ulcers. Also, cod liver oil will rapidly become rancid if exposed to the sunlight. Rancid oil can lead to a vitamin E deficiency. Riboflavin needs to be added to the diet, and this is also found in yeast. Yeast supplementation is recommended by incorporating an inactivated, or sterile, dry yeast, such as ID yeast, after pre-moistening the seed with seed oil. The dry yeast adheres to the seed and is easily consumed. Also found in yeast is the vitamin, niacin. Niacin is also in sunflower seeds. However, sunflower seeds, unless purchased from a reliable source and stored properly, is easily contaminated with an unhealthy fungus. Supplementation of folic acid is necessary. Folic acid is found in yeast products and wheat germ or wheat germ oil. Wheat germ is often the base of the better conditioning oils such as polyseed oil. Wheat germ oil is great as a pre-moistening oil for grains and seeds to prepare them for the addition of a yeast powder. The recommended amount is 0.5 to 1.0 ml per kg of grain. Birds love the taste and get excited when they hear it being mixed. Vitamin K is actually 2 vitamin K1 found in green, leafy vegetables and vitamin K2, produced by the normal bacteria in the bowel. Both need to be supplement. K2 levels can become deficient with antibiotic use or if the birds are not allowed to eat their own droppings. The final vitamin needed to be supplemented is vitamin E. A good source of vitamin E is vegetable oils. Amino acids. Supplementation of the amino acids lysine, methionine, and tryptophan are necessary. All of these are found in yeast products and wheat germ oil. Lysine is also found in legumes such as peas. If your feed mix is comprised of 30% or more of peas, then lysine deficiency is not a concern. Mineral supplementation. Calcium is a necessary addition and can be found in a range of soft grits such as cuttlefish, seashells, and calcite. Always have a blended soft grit and pink mineral mix available to the racing pigeons. Sodium, an ingredient of salt, must be added. Sodium is also found in some grits and pink minerals. If fed grain only, pigeons will crave salt and eat sodium-containing supplements voraciously, putting themselves at risk for dehydration if there is no free water available. Make salt a part of the optimal diet for racing pigeons. A good amount is about 0.1% of the total diet. These are the amounts in the better brands of pink mineral. PVM powder is a good source of salt, containing 11 grams per 1 kilogram. The additional minerals you need to add are manganese, copper, zinc, and selenium. These are all found in yeast products. The amount of iodine available in the seed mix varies, depending on the amount in the soil in which the seed was grown. Additional iodine can be found in yeast and in water supplementation. For water supplementation, Lugol's iodine is recommended. Using Lugol's iodine, make a concentrated solution of 2 ml of iodine to 30 ml of water. Then add 4 drops of this concentrated solution to each liter of drinking water. The loss of nutrients in stored seed should be considered when ensuring optimal nutrition for your racing pigeons. Consider the fact that seed gets harvested once a year, so, at some point, the available seeds can be a year or more old. As the seed ages, there is loss of vitamins due to the process of oxidation. Also, the fats in the seed become rancid. The successful fancier will prevent accelerated nutrient loss through the proper storage of seed and other feeds. Store seed in a cool place, away from moisture. Prevent unnecessary oxidation by filling storage bins to the brim before sealing. Provide additional nutritional insurance through the administration of a complete water-soluble multivitamin, such as Multivit Plus. And always have pink mineral available. Proper amounts of protein and fat. Basically, all seed diets are low in protein but high in fat. As birds eat to meet both their protein needs and energy requirements, they will become obese. Certainly not fit for racing. Ensuring that the correct levels of protein and fat are provided for racing and then again for breeding requires some careful consideration. Protein and fat requirements for the racing bird. The racing pigeon requires 12% protein and 4% fat. If the amount of protein is too low, the result is an impairment of the normal enzyme and hormonal activity, a delay in the healing and recovery process and abnormal growth of the muscles, bones and feathers. If the protein level exceeds what is needed, there is an increased workload on the kidneys, which can be fatal. There was a case where stock pigeons died from kidney failure after being fed a diet of only turkey pellets, 30% protein, for over 6 months. If the fat level exceeds what is nutritionally required, the bird will become obese. If there is not enough fat, there will be weight loss, poor growth, and reduced resistance to disease. It is challenging to correctly balance the bird's diet to deliver the right levels of protein and fat for health and also match the current workload. In addition, you need to obtain the correct weight and fitness in the bird. Dr. Colin Walker, a veterinarian who races pigeons, has provided us with a recipe for a good racing diet, which contains 12% protein and 4% fat. Here it is. 1 base racing diet of 30 to 40% peas. 2 15% each of maize, sorghum, wheat, and safflower. 3 1 to 2 handfuls of mixed small seed, millet, canary, rape, and linseed, per 12-liter bucket. You can adjust the diets by substituting the protein sources, such as using vetches, 35% protein, in place of peas. Of course, you will need to adjust the level of peas to keep protein level from becoming too high. Also, the breeding diet consists of 18% protein, so you will need to adjust the levels of peas, beans, or vetches to achieve that protein level. Also, in both the racing diet and the breeding diet, remember to supplement as discussed above. That's it for part 3 of Champion Racing Pigeon Feeding Secrets. We will continue on part 4 with important topics like preparing for the race, preparing for the sprints and so on. It will be a very important video, so watch out for part 4 of this series. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe and download your free feeding mix guide below as well as a racing pigeon race card template.